So My Hero Academia chapter 280 is kind of like a blast from the past in the sense that, we're going back to the origins of Kirishima, kind of Mina as well, because like Kirishima's backstory, I know a lot of people, when when the chapter came out ages ago, like I know a lot of people were joking how like Kirishima wasn't even like the main character of his backstory because obviously Mina was there, so that was pretty funny. But yeah, this chapter 280, it really kind of brings in a lot of characterization for these two characters, You see like Kirishima trying to become like the hero that he wants to be, and Mina trying to get past the fears of Gigantomachia, which she finally realizes that's Gigantomachia in this chapter. So let's talk about My Hero Academia 280. Apologies if like the quality is kind of bad. It's really dark. And it's actually been a while. Like I haven't jumped on in a while, Lots going on. And distractions and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, we're back to talk about the greatness of My Hero Academia. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about primarily Mina first. I want to get that out of the way. First of all, last week's chapter, we got a color page last week, and this chapter Horikoshi gives us another one. So like, when we get cover pages, I'm like, give them to me. Like, I'm taking them with open arms because this is amazing. And I really like seeing Mina's one in this chapter, with the acid like monster over her. That was really cool to see. So yeah, this chapter we see Mina basically the cavalry. Mina's like Class A's only hope. Not just Class A, sorry. Mina's like the hero's only hope. That's the way that this chapter is kind of being how last week's chapter, or was it the week before? No, last week's chapter, how it kind of ended, with Mina becoming the cavalry. So we see a continuation of that in this chapter. And I have to say, I've never been a fan of Mina. Okay, maybe that's the wrong word, but I've never been someone that like really loves her. Like I don't hate Mina, but like she never really stood out to me, Because there's so many characters in this series, and Mina was just like another one in Class 1A. So I was just like, okay, cool, she's awesome in that, but like I haven't really got an attachment to her in that sense. But seeing her from this chapter is really cool because we get to see her not only using her as this is not the first time we see her use this attack, by the way, but it was really really cool to see her use this like super move. I can't remember what the name of it's called. I think it's called Acid Man. I may be incorrect, but she clothes herself in acid, and acid's not flammable, so she's going right through the fire. And yeah, it's just like the best offense, it's the best defense. Like you literally can't touch her. She seems to be the best person suited right now. Obviously Gigantomachia's coming from a rampage, got ambushed by Class 1A. Mount Lady is like holding him like by the jaws. So it seems like the great opportunity. It seems like the great the best chance that they have to take it to basically jug him. So Mina takes a shot, but Gigantomachia switches. I don't know. At first I thought, okay, wait, is Shigaraki calling him again? Because we see like a speech bubble. And I think, as I read it again, I think it's more like he's remembering what Shigaraki said. And what Shigaraki was saying was like, just come here ASAP, take the shortest route, no matter how you do it, just come here kind of thing. And like that kind of reawakens Gigantomachia, and the way that he looks back, I was just like, that's creepy. Like Mount Lady, I don't know, I have to give props to Mount Lady. Not only has she been a beast, but also she's been taking hits. Like she's been taking damage for the past couple of chapters. I don't even think embarrassment's the word, because it's like, it's a necessity. Like if Gigantomachia gets past the heroes, it's gonna change the war, basically, this battle. Like if Gigantomachia goes to right where Shigaraki is, it's actually game over. The heroes won't be able to do anything, Endeavor won't be able to do anything, Eraserhead, like they won't be able to do anything. So they have to stop Gigantomachia here, and obviously that's what you've been seeing Mount Lady doing, like grabbing him by the legs, and you even see the size difference. Like we know Mount Lady is gigantic, but Gigantomachia is a whole different level. So yeah, I've kind of felt sorry for Mount Lady, because she's literally just getting beaten chapter after chapter, but she keeps going back up. That's obviously the plus ultra effect that we see in this series all the time. So that was really cool to see. But yes, as I was saying, Mina remembers the voice, and that was really cool, getting kind of that flashback. I think it's kind of important, not important to us, but we kind of hold that, I guess the fan base kind of holds that close to us in the sense Gigantomachia and the flashbacks and that, because for the longest time everyone was just like, who is the guy with the radio head? Like, who's the guy, like the massive monster guy? Because when the League of Villains started to grow, this is straight after the Stain arc, you know, when Dabi comes in, when what's her name, when Twice comes in, not her, you know, when Twice comes in, when Toga comes in, that's it. When they all come in, you know, we see a panel of Gigantomachia. We don't know it's him then, but like ever since chapter 61, what are we in? We're in 280 right now. Like, everyone's been waiting for the reveal. Then when we got the Mina and the Kirishima collab flashback, obviously we see him again and we're like, whoa, it's all coming up to this. Now, I don't know if this is like a foreshadowing of that, like sooner, like one day in the future we're going to see Mina versus Gigantomachia. No, I just think this chapter is more like symbolic of like facing your demons, and with like, especially with Kirishima, it's kind of more like surpassing your limits. You know, Kirishima wants to be the plus ultra hero. That's what he wants to be. He wants to be the unstoppable wall. You can't get past him. You can't get through him. He's like the last line of defense. Like, that's what Kirishima wants to be. That's who he aspires to be, you know? And it was cool to obviously see Mina just like jump into the fray, because one of the weaknesses of Mina's character, not as a character, but Mina as a hero herself, as a student, was always like, Mina wasn't always the smartest in the class. She wasn't always the strongest with her quirk. I'm remembering a lot of some of the past chapters. Like, she had to go to supplementary classes, like during the summer, as I had to take her. So all of that kind of stuff. Like, she barely passed some of her exams. So I think this was really a big step for Mina as a hero and as a student. So it was really cool to see her there. And I wasn't even actually too chuffed that she kind of, I wouldn't say she failed, but you know, her feelings, her fears got the better of her. And it's understandable. Like, it's Gigantomachia. Like, this guy is a monster. So I'm not surprised to see that. In regards to Kirishima now, Kirishima, the man just like surpasses the limits. Like, that came out of nowhere. Like, I was not seeing that happening. Honestly, I really thought like after Mina, I don't know, I was thinking maybe some of the heroes are gonna come in, or like Midnight gets back up or something, but no. Seeing Kirishima was really, really cool, because, you know, we've seen him with his Unbreakable, and he's just climbing against like the biggest villain right now. Obviously there's Shigaraki in that, but let's not just even talk about size, I'm talking about raw power. Like, Gigantomachia is a beast. So you're seeing you're seeing Kirishima going against that. Well, not necessarily going against it, but like climbing that. And like, just as he's climbing up Gigantomachia, he's also like climbing up another level, trying to become like that great of a hero. So that was really awesome to see. Now, I guess the question is like, is that going to take out Gigantomachia? Possibly so. I think it's going to, I don't know. You know, like the way that Horikoshi's been building up the chapters, it seems like, yeah, he is going to get drugged. And obviously he did take the vial, he did ingest it because of Kirishima, but he didn't seem phased by it. But Momo did say the more he moves, the more it'll go around his body. So who knows, maybe next chapter, like, he's going to be running or like trying to attack, and then boom, he just falls. We'll probably see something like that. But now, I want to talk about the end of the chapter. That's now what I want to talk about. The end of the chapter, we see Endeavor, and what's it called? Shigaraki. Now, Endeavor, Shigaraki, Deku, Bakugo. Shigaraki just seems to like be, I don't know, Shigaraki's at his limits right now. And I think it's coming back to the 75% progression, in the sense that he didn't come out of the tank, he didn't come out of the tube 100% complete. So now seeing Shigaraki at 75%, he even looks beaten. Obviously he's been scorched, but I think it looked like he had, I'm not sure if it was cracks on his body or if it was more like rips from his shirt kind of thing. So yeah, obviously maybe the anime will probably clear that up better. But that was really, really, I don't know. We see a lot in anime and manga, you know, when they what's the word? They basically change scenes. I don't know why I'm fighting English today. They change scenes, right, from a fight, and they go to something else, obviously to bring up the suspense. But when they come back to the fight, it's kind of like a lot of things have been off screen. So I really wish that they covered that. I wish they came straight back to it, not a thing where we see Shigaraki on the floor. Now, I don't think this is the end of the fight. Shigaraki's obviously going to get back up. It was really cool though, Shigaraki's last words, with the conviction of from his father. Yeah, I didn't really see that coming you know, the way that we've seen Shigaraki and how he's spoken of his father, or his memories of his father, like, he hated him, basically. Like, Shigaraki hated his father. So the fact that he's bringing him up now, that is pretty interesting. And I'm intrigued to see where we're going to go in these next couple of chapters. Are we going to get a bit more backstory when Shigaraki's a kid? Seeing, you know, because the only backstory we got was obviously the origin of his quirk. We didn't get to see more scenes of how he was growing up before that stage. So I guess maybe that would be interesting, or maybe, who knows, maybe even a flashback of Shigaraki's father. I'm not sure. Is that incoming? Like when Shigaraki's father gets put in. I don't know if it was. No, Shigaraki's father. I don't think he was put. I don't know if he was put in childcare services or if he was given to his grandparents. I can't remember, but one of the two. So yeah, maybe we get a flashback on that. I'm not sure, but either way, I'm excited for next week. 281. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What you thought about this chapter. If that's anything I'd say, please drop a like. That will be greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, subscribe for weekly reviews of My Hero Academia. Click the bell icon as well to be notified of when a new video drops. And I'll see you next week for that greatness. That is chapter 281. Peace out, guys. Goodbye.